Hello everyone. This is our second session of chapter 2, Input Output Memory Devices. In the last session we have studied about what is an input device and about the keyboard. So what is the keyboard? The different types of keys on the keyboard as well as the different types of keyboards. In today's session we are going to study about mouse. So this mouse is also an input device. So it stands for mechanically operated user serial engine. It stands for mechanically operated user serial engine. And it is also called as pointing device or as handheld pointing device. It is used to control the cursor movements on the display screen. It is used to control the movements of the cursor. On the display screen. And it has one or more buttons to perform the operations like selection of a menu item from the display. And it has left button, right button and a central scroll button. This left button is used to select and click the objects on the display screen. This right button is used to perform some quick task with the options available on the display screen, and the scroll button is used to scroll the cursor all over the display screen in any direction. So this is about the mouse. I am going to show you the mouse. See, this is a mouse. This mouse is consisting of this left button, right button and the central scroll button. So this is the mouse. When it comes to the types of mouse, so what are the different types of mouse? So there are different types of mouses are there, but the most commonly used mouses are mechanical mouse. So what is this mechanical mouse? What is this mechanical mouse? So this is nothing but the traditional mouse. So this mouse contains 2 or more buttons with one scroll button, and it also has a rolling button underneath it. So if you roll that mouse over the flat surface, so the sensor inside that mouse detects the movement of the mouse, and according to that it will show the cursor movement on the screen. So this is called as mechanical mouse. And next type of mouse is wired mouse. What is this wired mouse? So this wired mouse is nothing but the mouse is connected to the computer through the USB port. It is connected to the computer, is called as wired mouse. Next is scroll mouse. What is the scroll mouse? Scroll mouse contains left button and right button. So with that left and right button, in that center it is having the scroll button. So whatever I have showed you is the scroll mouse. So this is the scroll mouse. So it is also called as wheel mouse. It is also called as wheel mouse. So this is called as scroll mouse. Next is wireless mouse. What is this wireless mouse means? The mouse which is connected to the computer without a cord is called as wireless mouse. So this is about mouse. So what is a mouse? So the mouse stands for mechanically operated user serial engine, and it is also called as pointing device or handheld pointing device. It is used to control the movement of the cursor. When it comes to the different types of mouse, mechanical mouse, wired mouse, scroll mouse and wireless mouse. Next is joystick. So joystick is an input device consisting of a stick which pivots on a base and reports its angle to the device it is connecting. And it is also used in controlling machines like cranes, trucks and in wheelchairs. It is used in controlling machines like cranes, trucks, wheelchairs, etc. And it is also used in video games. So if you observe, while playing the video games, you have one controlling machine. So that controlling machine is having one or more buttons whose state can also be read by the computer. So using those buttons, what you are going to do? You are going to move any object on the screen in any directions. So this is called as joystick. Next is OMR. So what is OMR? This OMR stands for optical mark reader and recognition. This OMR stands for optical mark reader and recognition. So this type of devices are used to recognize the pre-specified types of marks, such as marks made by pencil or pens. So the marks are going to be read by the reader, which transcribes the marks into electrical pulses, which are then transmitted to the computer. It is widely used in applications like objective type question answer evaluation, objective type question and answer evaluation, because large number of participants are involved there, and it is also used in timesheets of factory employees, timesheets of factory employees. So it is widely used in objective type question and answer evaluation and timesheets of factory employees. So if you observe in the CT examination, you will be provided with a question paper as well as OMR answer sheet. So how you are going to answer? So if I want to mark, for example, this is your OMR sheet. The set of is consisting of set of questions with this type of options, right? So I want to mark the answer for first question is B. I want to mark option B. So what I am going to do? I am going to fill this circle with pen or pencil. So likewise you are going to answer in the OMR sheet. So this OMR sheet is scanned using the OMR scanner. So that OMR scanner is going to scan all the answers and it will provide you the result. So this is about OMR, that is optical mark reader and recognition. Next is OCR. What is OCR? What is OCR? OCR stands for optical character recognition. Optical character recognition. As the name suggests, optical character recognition, this device is used to recognize the alphabetic and numeric characters. Alphabetic and numeric characters. So the characters may be handwritten or typewritten. So this handwritten characters requires extra care to ensure that the characters are in standard font size and it does not have any stylish loops. But in the typewritten form, the OCR keeps on scanning the characters in detail, in which each character is made up of minute points. So after scanning each characters, it is going to compare with the standard fonts which is already loaded into the computer to recognize. So if there is a pattern match, then that character is said to be read. Even if there is a slight variations, then that character is going to be rejected. So these type of OCR, that is optical character recognitions, are used in banks. They are used in banks and in passports as well as credit card billing. Also used in post offices to read the PIN codes and to sort it geographically. They are going to use OCR. So this is about OCR. OCR is used to recognize the characters. OMR is used to recognize the marks. Next is MICR. What is MICR? What is MICR? MICR stands for magnetic ink character recognition. Magnetic ink character recognition. MICR is used in banks to process the checks. So human understandable numbers are printed on some documents like checks. So those checks are printed by the magnetic ink characters with a special ink called magnetic ink. So to read the checks, we require a special input device. So that special input device is going to read the magnetic ink characters and they are going to process the checks. So this MICR eliminates the human error. It eliminates the human error. It eliminates human error and it saves time. It ensures security as well as it provides the accuracy of data. Accuracy of data. If you observe the check, so at the bottom of the check there will be a one line which contains a set of numbers. So in that set of numbers, the second part is the MICR part, which is going to be scanned by the MICR. So this MICR is used in banks to process the checks. They are used in banks to process the checks. So this is about OMR, OCR and MICR. Next is output devices. What are output devices? So output is nothing but the result or information which we get after the processing of data is called as output. To display that output, we require a device called as output device. So that output should be in a human understandable form. So there are many output devices connected to the computer. Most of them are monitors and printers. So let's see what is a monitor. So this monitor is also called as display unit or it is called as visual display unit. Visual display unit. It displays the visual display of data. It displays visual display of data. So this monitor displays text as well as images. It displays text as well as images. The smallest dot in the monitor. So the smallest dot in the monitor is called as pixel. So this dot is called as pixel. So when it comes to the resolution of the monitor increases as the number of pixels increase. So this resolution of the monitor determines the quality of the image. This resolution of the monitor determines the quality of the image. Next is aspect ratio. What is aspect ratio? The ratio between the width and height of a monitor is called as aspect ratio. So the width and the ratio of width and height of a monitor is called as aspect ratio. Is called as aspect ratio. So usually the monitors comes in the size of 12 inches, it may be 14 inches, 17 inches, 19 inches and 21 inches based on the technology. So this is about monitor. So monitor is also called as display unit or visual display unit. It is used to display the text and images. So the smallest dot on the monitor is called as pixel. The resolution of the monitor increases as number of pixels increases. So the resolution of the monitor determines the quality of the image. Next is aspect ratio. What is aspect ratio? The ratio of width and height of a monitor is called as aspect ratio. Usually the monitors comes in the size of 12 inches, 14, 17, 19 and 21 inches based on the technologies used. Next is types of monitors. So what are the different types of monitors? Types of monitors. First one is CRT monitors. CRT monitors. So this CRT stands for cathode ray tube. Cathode ray tube monitors. So the display of this monitor on the CRT monitors is due to the firing up of electrons in the back side of the tube as well as the phosphors on the front side of the display. Once the electrons hit the phosphors, they got light up and they projects the display on the screen. So this is how it displays the image on the screen. So whatever the image or the color you can see on the screen is due to the blend of RGB colors. It is nothing but red, green and blue colors. Red, green and blue colors. So this is how it is going to display the image. Next type of monitor is LCD monitor. LCD monitor. So this LCD stands for liquid crystal display. Liquid crystal display. This type of monitors are used to display the clear images, to show the clear images, and this type of monitors you can see in laptop monitors or in flat panel monitors and in flat panel monitors. So this monitor has replaced the traditional CRT monitors. The next type of monitor is TFT monitor. TFT. So this TFT is another type of LCD monitor. So this TFT stands for thin film transistor. Thin film transistor. It is also further categorized into active matrix LCD. It is further categorized into active matrix LCD, which means that it retains some pixels on the screen, even though it is going to address some other pixels which conserves less amount of energy. This is due to the presence of transistor which helps in conserving the energy while it is operating. So this is about TFT monitors. Next type of monitor is LED monitor. LED monitor. This LED stands for light emitting diode. Light emitting diode. It stands for light emitting diode. So these type of LED monitors you can see in modern electronic devices like smartphones, tablets and in your PCs. You can see this type of LED monitors. It is a flat panel monitor. It is a flat panel monitor. It uses an array of light emitting diode as a pixel for video display. Their brightness tends to them used in the outside also, as it is visible in the sun. It can be used in store signs. They can be used in store signs as well as billing boards. billing boards. So this is about the different types of monitor. Thank you.